Greetings. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Therefore, the good news for all of us, or those of us who pray and read Surah Al-Fatiha every day, at least 17 times in 17 rak'ahs through obligatory prayers, the order from Allah. And then, you have to add double than that for those who pray the Sunnah, and triple for those who pray Nafl, la Qiyam al-Layl, and other prayers. Doing more of the good. Prayer is good, so they do more and they rush to doing good. So every time they read Surah Al-Fatiha, they have to remember Surah Al-Fatiha is the key, Muftah al-Jannah, key to paradise. And Surah Al-Fatiha is a surah of Shahada, of La ilaha illallah. Very well. Let's go now, one word at a time, step by step, looking at this surah. But before we start, please allow me to mention something very important. I mentioned this before. And again, because Allah said, وَذَكِّرْ فَإِنَّ الذِّكْرَى تَنْفَعَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Remind them, because in reminding them, this remembrance benefits the believers. If you are a believer, you should benefit every time we remind you. So let me remind you. Some people are trying to push you away from understanding the words of Allah in the Noble Qur'an. They're working so hard. And one of the evil things that they say, Qur'an is so difficult, don't think about, trying to understand it. Or you have to have help. Yes, of course. First you try on your own, you try to do your homework, and if there is something difficult for you, then you can seek help. An example of this that came in the Noble Qur'an, when Allah said, that, we never sent a messenger or a prophet before you, except that they walk in the marketplace and they shop and they eat and drink and marry and have children. Like you. You are no different. And then Allah adds, and He says, اسألوا أهل الذكر إن كنتم لا تعلمون. Ask those who received those stories and the books before you, if you have no knowledge, if you do not know. So yes, we can ask if we do not know, but at least let us try first. Not jump the rope, skip forward, go straight and ask without doing any effort. That's not good. We need to treat the words of Allah with respect. And trust me when I say, if you rely only on others to tell you what Allah says, you will find someone who will mislead you so miserably. And watch the internet, those who dance in the masjids and who worship graves, and all kind of evil is being done. Why? Because they rely on people to tell them what Allah wants, and those people are Satan advocates and misleading. So at least do your job. Try. And let me give you a good news. If you trust in the small knowledge that I have, the very little knowledge that I have, if you have any trust, please come to me and ask me about any interpretation of any ayah in the Noble Quran, and I am willing to help. Very well. Let's go now to the Noble Quran, to Surah Al-Fatiha, one word at a time. We spoke a little bit about Bismillah. Let's go forward and say Al-Rahman Al-Rahim. Al-Rahman Al-Rahim. Now, Rahman and Rahim both are derived from Rahmat, mercy. And Allah has all the lexicon of the world. He has a dictionary, endless dictionary. So is this an overlapping? Is Allah using, the same word, double, repeating himself? No. This is not the story. In this lifetime, we have those who believe and worship. We have those who believe and do not worship. And we have those who believe and do the opposite, like hypocrites, and offend Allah at the same time. And we have those who don't believe. And those are the vast majority in the world. Yet, with all this, even the atheist, not only the non-believer, even the atheist, Allah give them the sunshine, the water to drink, the oxygen to breathe, and every other blessing. Like the believers, Allah did not prefer any of us over them. Not because we are believers, we have better air, or better water, or better things and blessings. No. All of us are enjoying endless blessings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why He is Rahmanud Dunya. He is merciful in this lifetime, meaning to everyone. Over the mu'min, the kafir, the atheist, over those who offend Him, even. So Rahmanud Dunya. This is the rahmah that is provided to all during this life. However, Rahim, Al-Rahim, He has mercy in the hereafter only for those who deserve and did well during this life. So He's gracious in His mercy. His mercy then is not for everyone like today. Today you have it free. You don't ask for it, but you receive it and you enjoy it, even if you don't want it. Even if you say, I reject, okay. Well, try not to breathe, since you reject the existence of deity. Try to breathe. Or live without water. Or live without any of his blessings that He provided for you today. And let's see how much you can stay in your sad state. Very well. So Rahman, Rahim is not overlapping, it's not repetition. They have completely different meanings. And both are Shahada of La ilaha illallah, each of them, as we spoke before, about every name, direct or indirect, in Surah Al-Fatiha. Alhamdu, we mentioned, it's derived from His name, Al-Hamid. Alhamdu. It is not just thanks, but thanks not from the lips, but from the heart, from your soul, from the depth of your being. Every fiber of your being should be thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when we say Alhamdu, the question will come to who should the thanks be? The next word comes Lillah. Alhamdu Lillah. Therefore, please get in the habit, if you can. We have misused thanking. If Mark comes and he gives you a lesson or a lecture, no matter how you may benefit or may be misled by Mark, you come and you say, thank you. Why you're thanking me? This is not from me. All thanks is to Him who placed me in your path to share with you very little information that I know. If a plumber fixes your plumbing, you will say, thank you. What you are doing? It is Allah who placed him to serve you. Allah says, وَجَعَلْنَا بَعْضَكُمْ لِبَعْضٍ سُخْرِيًّا. We subdued each one of you to the other one. So we serve one another in one way or the other. The plumber, serve you in plumbing. You serve him by giving him money to put bread on the table for the children, for his family, to survive. And this is applicable to everything we do to help one another and services. This is how Allah designed the universe. Everything serves something, a purpose. Earth serves humanity with plantation and the animals around to serve humanity, and plantation serve the animals, and the atmosphere provide us with oxygen, renew the oxygen in the air. Everything serves a purpose. And the best service done today is serving Him, serving Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in worship. Because He was specific when He said, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. I created jinn and mankind only for one purpose, and that is to worship Him. Very well. So Alhamdu comes from Al-Hamid, and Lillah is the name of Allah. And we counted before 15 names repeated direct or indirect in Surah Al-Fatiha. And then Rabb Al-Alameen. Now I respect what others have said about the interpretation of the word Alameen. But before we do this, Rabb means the provider, who provides. Everything in your life provided for you. Don't think that your father or mother provide the clothing and the bread and the shelter and the ceiling over your head. It is Allah who enables your parent to do this, to help you, to serve you since you are a little baby in Pampers until you grow up and become young and strong and able. Everything provided for us today, it is the Lord who provides. That's why His title is the provider, Rabb, the provider. Al-Alameen. Now, as I said, I respect what they said. Al-Alameen means the universe, the world. However, if you go a little deep into this and you try to divide it to see what you can come up with. Al-Alam means the world. And the two Alam, Alamain, Al-Alamain, the two worlds. And also another word that comes from this we can derive is Al-Ilm, knowledge, ilm. There is, therefore, in a summary from this one word, we have three derivatives that may give us the true interpretation, or different interpretation, if you will, not contradicting the others. But Allah told us, and He spoke about those who hear all kinds of speeches. الَّذِينَ يَسْتَمِعُونَ الْقَوْلَ فَيَتَّبِعُونَ أَحْسَنَهُ. Those who hear all kinds of speeches and follow only the best. So judge with your heart, judge with your brain, what is the best speech? Hear everybody. Don't block anyone until you decide what they are saying is evil, unacceptable, doesn't make any sense, then block it. But this word Al-Alameen gives us another interpretation, the two worlds of ilm, the two worlds of ilm today on this earth, on this planet. Who are the two worlds of ilm? All the worlds on earth, from the world of the insects to the world of the wild, the beasts, the wild cats, or the nice elephants, or the monkeys, you name it, birds, fish, every creature has ilm. الذي أعطى كل شيء خلقه ثم هدى. The one, Allah, who gave everything its creation, created everything, and then gave it guidance. Therefore, a small insect like the ant, walking, looking for food, and finds water, it will stop, knowing it will drown in a drop of water. So it turns away, around. Who gave it the knowledge? Who gave the knowledge to the bird to build nests for the baby? In a very beautiful engineer way. Where did they study this engineering? It is Allah who guided. Therefore, everyone has knowledge, but the amount of knowledge they have is limited. But the two creatures who have superior knowledge and progressing with their knowledge, they advance so fast. Superior knowledge are the jinn and the people, mankind. Those are with superior ilm. But Allah comes around and He say, وَفَوْقَ كُلِّ ذِي عِلْمٍ عَلِيمٍ, and above every knowledgeable, superior with knowledge, there is a better one in knowledge, and then Allah comes the best in His knowledge, eternity past. Therefore, when we say Rabb al-Alameen, meaning the provider, Rabb, to the two worlds in this ilm that they receive. In the ilm, not only in food and water and air and everything else, no, but specifically in the ilm, the substance of knowledge. Because Allah is speaking about not consumption, but knowledge, learning from ilm. So we'll continue, inshallah, our reflections about this gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-Fatiha that we received, no other Muslim nation before us did. Till next time, Assalamu alaikum.